Hey sports fans, we're about to interview tennis superstar and legend Andre Agassi, who just came out with a new autobiography called Open. It's been great, and I have to tell you, I read it and it's great and you have to read it.
What was your most meaningful moment as a kid?
It was when I saw my dad actually knock somebody out. He was a boxer, and he boxed in 2 Golden Gloves and 2 Olympics. And he had a case of the road rage. Somebody cut him off, or he cut somebody off, and they got into a fight. I remember looking out the back window. It was pretty impressionable to see your dad knock somebody out.
How did that fight affect you?
Well, I think when you're 7 years old and you see this, it's not that you're scared of your dad. Like, my dad wasn't abusive or anything, but it makes you just feel like I don't want to make him mad. And so as a result, I think you start to internalize a little bit more. And instead of expressing how I felt, I think I started to really internalize all my feelings.
As a kid, what was one of the most dangerous things you've ever done?
Dangerous things I ever done as a kid. I told my father no one time. That was pretty dangerous. Yeah, I wasn't a risk taker. I was raised to not be a risk taker. I mean, my father actually never let us jump off the diving board. Never let me jump off the diving board. I really couldn't, just in case I got hurt. So I never really took much risk as a kid. As a teenager, I got a little crazier.
What was one of the best gifts you've ever received?
This necklace that my son made for me. So, this might be the best gift, actually. I haven't taken this off in 4 years.
In your book, you talk about how you give your tennis rackets away. Tell us about it.
Well, I was 17 years old, and I was going through a huge losing streak, and I found myself questioning myself. I actually hated tennis for most of my life. Not until I was 27 did I choose it for myself. And when I wasn't connected to what it is I did, and the pressures of all of it was starting to get to me, and I lose this match, like my 7th or 8th first-round loss in a row, and I ran off into Rock Creek Park in Washington, D.C., and I had my tennis bag, and, I just resented it so much. I found these homeless men that were out in the park, and I took out all my rackets and kind of passed them off and said, I won't be needing these anymore. I actually quit. I quit right then and there, and, I've quit on myself many times, but I kind of never quite let it go. I always tried to come back and figure it out.
How did Gil affect you?
Gil was the next person in my life that was formative, and he taught me that I'm worth caring about, and he taught me that by caring for me every day.
What has your own experiences done to affect you as a dad to your own kids?
It's taught me how to be careful with my choices. It's taught me how to learn more than I try to teach, because you can't teach unless you're willing to learn. It's told me how to realize that some kids internalize, and you need to take a little extra time to listen and understand them.